When's the last time you used this tab? Yeah, the whole tab's specifically designed to show you videos from channels that you're subscribed to. Does anyone actually still use it? I'm sure some of you still use it. I mean, there's a chance that's where you found this video. But let's be honest here. The majority of us don't find videos that way anymore. You see, an interesting thing about YouTube is they actually show me where you find my videos. This video, as of now, is my second most viewed video on the platform. And we can see right here that 1/4 of the people who watched this video were already subscribed to me. So that's about 400 of those views coming from my subscribers. Except when you look at how people actually found the video, only 32 of those 400 people came from the subscription feed. That means less than 10% of the subscribers who watched this video actually found it because they were subscribed to me. And only 2% of the total views came because of it. Now I know what you're probably thinking, doesn't YouTube prioritize subscribers in their recommendations? And the answer is complicated. YouTube doesn't necessarily prioritize subscriptions. They prioritize engagement. In other words, shortly after you subscribe to a YouTube channel, their video might pop up more in your recommendations. But if you don't interact with them or watch them, then relatively quickly YouTube is just going to stop showing you videos from that creator. In other words, it's almost more like a glorified super like button when it comes to the YouTube homepage. So it's still important, but definitely not as important as you might expect. So I guess that leads me to the question of why don't more people use their subscription feed? I mean, for me, I used to use it all the time, but interests change and I didn't necessarily want to unsubscribe from creators that I'd been watching for years. So my feed just ended up getting crowded after a while. Now YouTube does know about this problem, and they've tried a few things to remedy it. Probably the most well-known of these changes is when they separated out notifications from subscriptions with that little bell icon. But that's far from their only attempt. In fact, a recent addition I'd say is probably their best so far. If you're on mobile, then recently you might have noticed that right at the top of your subscription feed, YouTube added a little section where they serve up videos from your subscriptions that they think are the most relevant. Essentially, it's a YouTube recommendation system inside of your subscriptions. But overall, this problem still clearly persists. So if subscriptions don't matter as much anymore, then what does? Well, YouTube does actually have a few other metrics that can act as a stand-in. On the same video, there's a section that shows how many views came from people who had previously watched one of my videos. For this one, it's about 55%, or around 750 views. But that's just for one video. For your overall channel, YouTube actually tells you what your monthly audience is, and it gives you a breakdown of how many of that monthly audience is new or casual viewers. Although I will admit, I have no idea how on earth YouTube got this number. I've tried comparing it to various analytics across the channel, but I just cannot seem to find where YouTube got it from. So the truth is, I have no idea how many people are actually keeping up with my videos, because as of now, I have a little over 2,000 subscribers, but my second most viewed video has less views than that. If I were to take a guess, I'd say the monthly viewing audience is probably the closest, as it seems like my minimum view count is around the 300 mark. So what does this mean? Should people just stop subscribing or something? No, obviously I'm not saying that. There are quite a few reasons why subscriptions still matter. They just don't mean nearly as much as they used to. But they are still pretty important for quite a few things. For starters, it does help to provide an air of legitimacy, both to new viewers as they see that a lot of other people already trust that creator, but also to advertisers. And while many people may not find the videos through their subscriptions tab, some still do, and those people can act as the benchmark for YouTube once the video is uploaded, showing them that they can push the video to even more people faster. Finally, it's also just a good way to make sure that you don't lose track of a creator you like. But is there a way of fixing it to where this tab can actually be usable to everyone again? Well, if I'm being honest, I really feel like there's only one thing that can still be attempted, and that's to just add another button. You see, I don't want to unsubscribe from any of the channels that I used to watch because I don't want to accidentally lose track of them and never be able to find them again. So what I might propose is a way to lightly unsubscribe from someone where you can still easily find their channel, but their videos aren't constantly clogging your subscription feed with stuff that you're likely not going to watch. Maybe call it a follow or something. I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out there to be honest. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for daily uploads if you want, and I will see you tomorrow.